We're rocking out.
So we're rocking into it now. Yeah. So I stepped up and licensed some music. Hi, everybody. I'm Rob.
I'm Allie.
And this is Camp
H54.
Woohoo!
Boom. Got it right.
Yes. So
And you see my teeth. We just had dinner.
we just had dinner. So hanging around the table, and now we kicked the kids out of the dining room.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, 83 days.
Rob's really excited for our Chicago trip.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Yes. So the travel planning begins.
Yeah, I just have so much to do.
Kids are dying in the background. Just so you know, whatever that sound was.
Probably fighting. If anybody's a parent out there and has children, you know. You get it.
Let's straighten us out. Yeah. Anyway,
I didn't scream at him before we stopped to tell him that.
This is true.
Be quiet.
So yeah, you don't like playing?
It's just something else to do.
Like she's doing anything other than the last minute. Are you planning anything right now, Allison?
Several things.
What are you planning for this trip?
Oh, this trip?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Zero.
Not yet.
Zilch.
So then this is
Nada.
about how this show is about how you're planning everything. You're going to tell me about it?
No, about how we're going to get to start to plan.
Okay.
So this coming weekend, not this Sunday, obviously, but next weekend.
Okay.
We're going to do what?
Plan? We're going to get the motorhome.
Oh, there you go. It's almost as if she pays attention to what's going on.
Well, it takes me a little bit to catch up.
You always shove all the way this way, and now we're going to have a big gap over there because I know you miss me, but jeez. She like keeps moving me. I'm looking at me off the screen over here. Going, you'll hear my voice, but I'm not really here.
This is how the bed goes too.
Just exactly. So you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. So, okay, we're getting the motorhome. We did check the weather, right?
Yep. Weather. So we'll be bringing it back up. And then, yeah.
So funny. It's the Queens. We checked the weather, correct?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So we'll have the motorhome here, which means I'll probably go through and do like a light cleaning. We decided that if it snows while it's here,
we'll just turn a heater on.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's going to drop below freezing. Yeah, we'll have it set so it stays at 50 degrees, and that'll be fine.
Yeah, and now we can have friends over. Like we would put them in the motorhome because it's set up there, and they can go sleep out there. Because it's too, we have every bedroom in our house is taken, so it sucks kicking kids out.
My house, you see, that was a queen.
I said our house. I changed it in our house, so it's nice to throw people in the motorhome too. It's a nice motorhome, and it plugs in. So okay, so first plan.
So some of the things we've been looking around is looking at logistics of driving, and we're going to have to go, and we'll have probably 4 or 5 stops to get there. So I think it's going to be 4 stops, so 4 nights. I'm not sure. So we got to plan it out that the first day out we see, what 4.5 hours feels like in the RV.
We've done the RV from California to here, and that was like what?
That was a single trip, but I don't have to follow it up with another day and another day and another day.
Well, it was a pain in the ass. We didn't get home until 3:00 in the morning.
I know that, but that was one. But that wasn't also the RV the entire time. That was the RV.
No, that was the camping
Jeep
trip from hell.
to the Jeep that didn't really like. We weren't.
We've talked.
I didn't have a whole level of confidence. Yeah, you can look at it at last shows.
Yeah, we were lucky to get home in that Jeep with the kids. That's why we bought a new one.
But this is what we're talking about. We plan, and so I think in the Army they said you make a plan. The plan goes to crap, and you come up with another plan. That plan goes to crap, and then you improvise. So
that's what we did.
The Marine Corps calls it adapt and overcome. We
did that.
Yeah. So, and I'm neither one of those. It wasn't Marines or Army or any.
I was just thinking you were saying you're neither one of adapting or overcoming.
No. We definitely adapt, and we. Wow. I'm married to Allison. I definitely adapt and overcome. This is true, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All the time.
So
even if he doesn't like it.
Anyways, we're gonna set out, and I got to go with her. I've like 3 nights said we need to go over this route, and she's like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Have we gone over the route? No. Okay.
83 days. I mean, what's
the rush? It's in 90 days. It's in it's what's the rush? We'll
There's
just get
100 other priorities that I have to get to for work first.
Oh no, we're gonna go through this, and she's going to.
Has anybody out there been to Chicago from Arizona? Could just tell us what to do.
Oh yeah, sure. Just tell us what to do in an RV, driving from here, pulling another little vehicle.
Just tell us
everything
where
will
to
work.
stop.
So
I mean, come on.
we're covered as far as like road assistance and all that kind of stuff. So we've got that. We'll definitely do the checkup and maintenance on the vehicle. The vehicle has new tires. It has
The motorhome has new tires?
yeah, we bought new tires when we bought it because the tires
okay.
that were on it were years
They
old.
have new tires. It has a leveling kit that Rob's really excited about now, and it has a brand new refrigerator that Rob's excited about. But I also share in the excitement because it's bigger. And we can be driving with it on.
Yeah, and she can get internet while we're driving. That works too.
Yes, the solar works too.
Solar.
So
yeah,
we're done.
we're rocking and rolling.
Yeah,
we're
we
done.
got it.
Yeah, you know what they call an RV, right? It's a boat on land. You know what a boat is?
An RV on water?
No, it's a hole in water that you pour money into.
Oh, well, we're not pouring anymore. We've really poured a lot of money into it right now, so it should be good.
But not because anything broke.
No, because
so anyways,
we want all the fancy shit.
Well, we're going to reconfigure a couple things that we're just reconfiguring. One of the things is, and I've done some research, so we're stopping along the way, right? So as we've done this a couple times now, we set up the RV and we put this upper bed together, and then we get to go and we tear it apart. And I started going, why am I putting this thing together to tear it apart? Because why don't we just leave it together? So I think what we're going to do is set that bed up and it will stay together.
So then when we stop, it's just easy. The kids just
Then
are both the
kids
kizy sleeping up there, or
maybe
what?
both of the kids can sleep
Then
up there.
we need something to block them from
Well,
falling.
or maybe, but even if it's just the one kid sleeping up there, it makes it very easy for her to get up there and go to bed.
Yeah,
and we set up the couch and he can go to bed.
Oh yeah, the couch is easy to set. And our eldest won't be with us. She'll be in Alaska.
Yeah, but that way we don't have to keep take it up, and because there's no real reason to take it and put it up and down and up and down. No, it can stay together. It makes it a little harder to get out from the front to the rear, but also you just get out the door, walk around, and get in.
Yeah, we also store stuff up there, so I'll just have to move all the stuff we store up there somewhere else.
You can store stuff up there, area to store stuff, and if it falls down, it's not going to fall down on my head. It will fall down on
one time. One time.
It was way more than once.
There was almost in there, but
no, there's plenty of stuff falling down on my head multiple times, maybe 3 different trips. Yes.
I wasn't there for the rest.
Yeah. You also weren't there when you picked up the rental car because the other car broke and we did that. So yay. Anyway, so that's one thing that we're going to do logistics wise. And then it's a matter of just finding, if you make reservations along the way, you're either locked into stopping each way. And that's the thing. If I can go further in distance in a day, I'd love to be able to do that.
Well, okay. One thing that we haven't done before is Walmart does the camping thing, right? Don't they?
So that's the other thing that we had to go over. Walmarts across the United States have been getting cracked down by local municipalities about allowing camping. So some will allow you to do it, and you are in a parking lot. So, it's private. You're in a parking lot, but you're in a parking lot. So people are driving through there, making noise. Kids are doing partying or whatever they're doing. And that happens. But some municipalities like Flagstaff, for instance, no camping. No stopping, no overnight parking.
Oh, it's Flagstaff.
It is Flagstaff, but there's a lot of other cities in the United States that are like Flagstaff. So no overnight parking. So we have to verify, first of all, if there is overnight parking. Now, there's also alternatives. There are regular campsites you can pull into, set up the campsite, stuff like that. And you catch.
Yeah.
National parks are not usually right next to the freeway where we're traveling along. So we have to go off the freeway for an hour.
So where we live, there's a lot of places to pull off into the woods.
Really? And the freeway, which freeway goes through here?
We're going through New Mexico
we're going up the 40.
Yeah, that's
how far is the 40 from here?
An hour.
So that's the problem with parks and places that you can just pull off the side of the road and do. They're usually about an hour off of the freeway. So that's 2 hours of travel time, an hour in the morning or an hour in the night.
What about truck stops?
Truck stops are an option. Once again, they are a parking lot. So there are rest stops. You could stop at a rest stop, a state rest stop. You can do that too.
Oh, well, I'm just thinking if we figure it out and be like, okay, this day we're going to be at a camp. We're going to do it when we leave. We won't have everything will be cleared out of that. It's not going to be like a bunch of gray water and black water.
No.
So it would give us 2 days.
Yes.
Of limited access to things. And then by the third day, we stay at a place and we just,
There are also along the way, there's these stops that are actually RV stops that have full hookups that you pull into, and it looks like a parking lot for RVs or staggered, and there's no like picnic tables or niceties or any of that stuff. The other thing is you know, can we go? Maybe we'll go one day and not take a shower, so we'll do every 2 days we take a shower. Or maybe we hit 3 days and we can not do showers, and then we hit a place to make sure that we have showers.
yeah, it doesn't bother me.
We know it doesn't bother her.
It bothers him.
Then when we arrive, it's going to be July 3rd. So we want to make sure we arrive July 3rd. I'm assuming we're going to get there. I don't want to get there at check-in, which is around 2 or 3 o'clock. So we want to have a short distance to travel that time so we can get there. And that allows us to check in, get set up, get everything established, maybe take a shower and get ready, because the next day is July 4th. Yay.
You've been scoping off a place for fireworks too. That's what you said.
Well, that's the other thing we're going to have to discuss is where are we going to watch fireworks in Chicago? Yeah. And what are the options? And it's not like there's millions of people that are going to go watch fireworks.
Yeah.
So we got to scope that out. And as newbies, it'll be kind of fun. So if you know places to watch in Chicago where that, and we're coming from the northwest side, obviously not the northeast, that's the middle of Lake Michigan. But
are we documenting this trip?
Are we documenting this trip? In what way?
Like at the end of the day?
We could do that. Oh, I don't want to do a video live every night. Do you want to do that?
I don't know. I don't think it would be too hard.
Do you want us to do that? We could do that.
Well, just to show people like where we're at or what we stopped. You're going to leave or at least
it's not like we don't have internet
the whole time, which is awesome.
So
okay.
All this is going to help our kids, and our kids, it's going to be, there'll be some digital, but they're not going to get to run full digital nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're going to have lots of travel games.
Yeah. Well, and then I was thinking, like, since we bringing the Jeep is attached to the back, we can pack the Jeep with shit too, can't we?
We can put some shit in the Jeep.
Like the bikes? Or no, but the bikes on
the bikes can go in the back of the Jeep.
Okay.
Yes. The bikes will be in the back of the Jeep. And then, yeah, the Jeep can have stuff in it.
The campground is a place where the kids could ride the bikes and stuff.
Yeah, but remember, anything that's in the Jeep is going to have to go in the RV. So it's not like we can pack it completely full of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. Most of our stuff is in there anyway. And like as
most of the stuff, it's not like, and then I'll be the week before cleaning out the Jeep completely and vacuuming and all that kind of fun stuff.
And washing it. And we got to wash the RV.
I got that planned. So we're going to be talking about it. I've been doing a lot of research and
how to wash the RV.
How to wash the RV. And there's a product that actually you spray on, let it sit for 60 minutes, don't let it dry, and spray off. So hopefully that works well for us.
Yeah, it's been a great place in the valley, a good person that gives us a great deal, but it's in the dirt when it rains.
Dusty, so it's got and it was kind of dirty the last time we dropped it off there from California because we were going to wash it, and then we went to a Beacon truck wash, and hey, wow, that was a line.
Yeah, we should forget it.
And when you're looking at a line of people watching semi-trucks and you realize like 10 of them, it's like, wow, that's going to be a couple hours.
But if you're an entrepreneur and you want to start a business, it's probably a good one to start.
Yeah. And we did have it waxed here once. So, but I kind of want to avoid that because that was not cheap. And the product that I'm looking at also has a wax option that you can later wax it. So we'll do that.
Well, maybe we'll share that information later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So ready to put the snap pads on when it gets back up here.
Okay.
We got that to do. And other than that, we'll see what leveling is like in our unleveled driveway.
Yeah, he's very excited for that. Push a button, it's done.
What else? Anything else?
No.
We went through the weekend. We talked about that previously. And we've gone now 2 funerals. So they were rough.
Yeah.
And you just remember that we'll put that information down again about suicide hotline and about it's 811, right? No, not 811's digging. Was it 844?
5 something. I don't remember. 52. I don't remember it by heart.
What's the national number?
988.
988. But don't use that. Use the direct one we're going to give you.
Well, if you're in Arizona, use the direct one. If you're not, you have to use 988. It's definitely better than nothing. But you don't get a live person, which is hard. You have to wait to get a live person, but they send you right back to the other one. There's all this stuff about it. So if you cannot remember, 988 is definitely a number to call, but there is a direct contact that we can put in the line. It's an 844 number in Arizona, specific to anyone, anywhere in Arizona.
So what do you want the kids to learn along the way?
To behave, to play with each other without arguing, fighting, kicking, biting, whatever. To help set up the motorhome and tear it down and be helpful in that way. To listen, so I don't have to, run around the whole campsite for them. To be prepared, to start to learn that, and then obviously to enjoy their time. Seeing the field museum, the arboretum, the
Zoo,
and
learn about very large mosquitoes,
and not like I'm bored, I just can't, I have nothing to do. Like, twiddle your thumbs. I remember our road trips were not in a motorhome, in a big van with 4 kids. My little brother wasn't born yet, and playing whatever games we could figure out how to play. And then when we did get a motorhome, it was a lot of card games in the back of the motorhome.
Yeah.
Or we had this big window in the back of the motorhome, and we used to draw on the bottom of our feet faces, and we would just lay on the side and put our feet up so the cars would see them, and then we'd be like, just stupid little kid stuff. But it was fun. But things like that, how to be creative, fun things to do.
Yep.
Just hopefully detox from a lot of the, iPad and stuff. I noticed something, and I know that others maybe out there have noticed this too. When you're camping, it can be chaotic, but when you get back from camping, it seems like the kids get along a lot better.
They do. So we're going to see. This is going to be a long. So we'll be out a couple weeks, and to see what kind of skills they build out of that. So we'll challenge them in adversity and resilience.
Yeah, growth, definitely. And then they're gonna have fun playing with kids at the COA or whatever it's called.
COA.
So I got
Campgrounds
it.
of America. Yeah, and they got a frozen T-shirt contest. I'm looking
No.
to see that. No, they do. The kids have. It's a frozen T-shirt. They got to put it on and jump into the pool.
Okay.
Yeah, they got to undo it.
I don't know why I thought something different.
Frozen and wet are two different, completely
different
words, Allison.
T-shirt, the contest is like there's nothing else. I mean, that was such big growing up in my
frozen T-shirt contest. Yeah, we'll talk about that, and then the ice cream social too. So
awesome, cool. And we're gonna learn how to make
tie-dye shirts. Oh no, we're gonna learn. The last day supposedly is the day that we can go down and learn how to make deep dish pizza,
so
Chicago style. This is didn't work.